Shalom, family in Messiah Yahshua. Shalom to the worldwide YouTube and social media community. This is your beloved brother SHA'UL. Yes, I am. Coming back again with another Yahweh inspired message. I'll be reading from the book of Philippians chapter 4 and starting at verse 8. Philippians 4 and verse 8. Again, Philippians 4 and verse 8. And I read, Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things. Now turn to 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 22, 5 and 22. No, 21. Starting at verse 21. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 21. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good, abstain from all appearance of evil. I read that to say this. Thanksgiving is merely a custom of the United States, which perpetuates, promotes, and continues the American mythology. Mythology is fiction, not real, not true. Mythology incorporates elements of truth, but above all, mythology is fiction. And that's what Thanksgiving is. It promotes the American mythology. The mythology of the establishment of the United States, when the reality is the United States was established, was created by rape, robbery, enslavement, murder, and the near genocide of the indigenous people. It is better to commemorate the national day of mourning on behalf of the indigenous people than to celebrate the American mythology known as Thanksgiving. For if we are people of truth, and we are commanded to be people of truth, we are to rejoice not in sin, but we are to rejoice in truth. And to celebrate Thanksgiving is to rejoice in sin, in American mythology, in American fiction. And that what Thanksgiving, it promotes American fiction. When in reality, that the United States was established on rape, robbery, murder, and the near genocide of the indigenous people, of the enslavement of the children of Israel. I welcome you to do your own research on the true history and the true origins of the satanically inclined United States of America. The European settlers were not good people. They were downright wicked people. They came over who befriended the indigenous people and end up showing the true colors and murdering them, enslaving them, raping them, robbing them, and nearly exterminating them. So when you consider Thanksgiving, consider the actions of those who so-called founded the United States of America and their actions towards the indigenous people. This is just a brief message. As I stated, Thanksgiving is a custom of the United States. Nothing more, nothing less. Thanksgiving is not a set-apart day of Yahweh. It's not a set-apart memorial of Yahweh. Thanksgiving is merely a custom of the people that is designed to promote and perpetuate American mythology. And if you are a person of truth, a man and woman of truth, then you will reject mythology. In fact, it's written in Colossians chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and mythology, and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rulers of the world, and not after HaMessiYAH. So we have to reject philosophy, we have to reject mythology, and promote pure and absolute truth. And we promote pure and absolute truth, you're going to reject the American mythos and philosophy concerning the origins of their nation. Again, the United States was established in rape, robbery, the enslavement of the children of Israel, the near extinction, or rather genocide of the indigenous people, hatred. That what the United States so-called founders has sown, and it's written, what one sows, they shall reap. So the United States so-called founders, they have planted rape, robbery, murder, hatred, lawlessness, or rebellion against Yahweh's law, and the near genocide of the indigenous people, and they are guaranteed to reap the same. That's why judgment has been decreed upon the United States, because of the multitude of her iniquities, because of her actions of oppression and the enslavement of the children of Israel. That's why judgment has been decreed upon the United States of America. That's why Thanksgiving is an insensitive and illogical day that commemorates American mythology. So if you're wise, and if you're a man and woman of truth, you will commemorate the national day of mourning on behalf of the indigenous people. Remember the indigenous people, what the so-called founders of the United States done to them, and raping them, and murdering them, and nearly genociding them, and robbing them of their land and their resources. May Yahweh bless all that will hear and receive His word. May Yahweh bless all that will support as Yahweh leads and empowers the heart to do so. In the name of Yahweh's beloved Son, Yahshua Ha MessiYAH, so be it, so be it. Shalom.